Hello, this is Patricia Roebuck,
Emma Roebuck.
and I am here to share a layout with October Afternoon. This is with the Saturday Mornings collection, and I'm taking this paper and I'm cutting out the pieces in it, and I'm going to use it as kind of a pinwheel on my layout.
So which the pinwheel thing from
Pattern paper.
pattern paper is the pattern paper from
Name.
named Scone.
Very good.
My mom wants to say something.
Very good. And the pattern paper that I'm filling the parts that I cut out with is called journaling cards. And those cards really have a great tight pattern on the background, so it really works great for this. And as you can see, I'm doing what is this? What kind of colors am I using? Colors of the
Rainbow.
Exactly. So this is a popular technique that you see a lot with the silhouette with cut files, and you back it with pattern paper. And this is just using pattern paper with the scones pattern paper and the journaling cards. Now to glue the back there, I'm using a liquid glue called
Sequin dry.
Zip Dry.
Zip
Dry. There we go. And it's a really good glue because it dries really fast and it really sticks very well. So now what we're doing is I'm going to cut here some more because I have now an idea of what to do with my title. Previously, I had done some watercoloring with the same color alphas from Daily Flash, and I did it on a separate piece of white cardstock, but I didn't know how I was going to use this on this layout. So I had the idea when I saw the circle to go ahead and cut out more of the circle and then put that title within the circle. So here I'm going to do some embossing with white embossing powder and using stamps from Daily Flash. So the title is It's Not Always Rainbows and Unicorns. So the it's part is with the white embossing powder and the white alphas. And then I'm just going to repeat that going with the colors of the rainbow with the alphabets and the watercolors. So first we start with
the colors of the rainbow. All the colors of the rainbow, there are 6 colors in the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Or you could say indigo violet.
Very good, Emma. So I don't have purple or violet here, but I am going to use the red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. And I'm going to go around, and this really fits perfectly with the watercolors and the alphas. And that's another popular trend, is to do tone-on-tone type techniques like this. So I really like how colorful this is coming out. And I don't know yet how the rest of the layout will come out, but I know basically what photo and everything that I'm going to use with this, so I have that in mind. Now I'm going to place some stickers from Saturday Mornings collection, and I'm going to place some of those in the center of the circle. And I added some flair. Everything here is from Saturday Mornings, except a few of the alphas and things like that are from Daily Flash. And now I'm going to use a brad here, and the way that I use brads is I clip off the ends of them. Okay, so Emma, after I cut these prongs off of this brad, what's the next thing that I do?
She has to press it on the table to flatten it.
And then I put a pop dot on it and stick it to my layout. And that way, if I needed to move it, I could, and it's not permanent with a hole, right?
And it's really pretty cool because, it's all creative.
And you like creative, don't you?
And it's all such and such.
And such, you're funny. And you like rainbows too, don't you?
Mm-hmm. It's my favorite color.
Wait till you see the picture that I used in this. Can you see it? What is that picture of?
My unicorn.
It's your unicorn. So now what I'm doing is I'm repeating the rainbow theme, and I actually kind of messed up, and I had orange and yellow reversed here after I put it together, but that's okay. And I'm just trimming by scissors, not doing anything by measurements or a trimmer, just my scissors and trimming that to tuck the pieces here and there to make a photo map behind that picture. Now this is a unicorn. Is that your unicorn, right?
It's my unicorn.
Yeah,
And I named it Tulip because it's pink and I love pink tulips.
She's very cute. Now, what I do is I use my stapler to staple those pieces together, and then I'll use my Scotch ATG gun here that's got buried under all that, and I'm going to attach that to the layout. So once I glue that down, I'm going to now glue those little bitty pieces, and that's a good way to not waste pattern paper. I didn't really need a whole strip, so I can just tuck those little pieces in like that. And earlier I was taking the Sew Apart banners from Public Library. I was taking some of those that were the rainbow colors, and I didn't know how I would use them, but since I have a lot of layers here with the unicorn, I decided to tuck those pieces in behind this photo as well. And then I'm just going to glue those in and matching them up with the colors of the strips. So the green goes with the green and the red goes with the red. And now I want to use this adorable sticker that's from the same collection, Saturday Mornings. I'm going to add some powder to the back to get the stickiness off of her, because I don't want her to really stick every little bit of her to the layout. I want her to just kind of float on the layout. I could pop dot her, but I had decided later to just use just a little bit of adhesive in the middle of her. Now, as I'm deciding how I want this layout to finish up, I was going to try to do a 12 by 12, but I really decided the 8.5 by 11 was the route that I wanted to go. So I'll cut that down, and I'm going to go ahead and reposition everything. Go ahead and place the girl there. And again, like I said, I like how she's kind of floating there, not every bit of her sticking. And now I want to pull in some of the cereal stickers from the Saturday Mornings collection. And again, we're doing a tone-on-tone effect. So I'm going to put those with the colors that they coordinate with and put those all around. And then I'm going to pull some of the labels because they're great colors with the labels that would coordinate as well with this. So I'm going to do the same thing with the tone-on-tone and match up those labels to go with the colors of the strips behind the photo. And this layout is, I made it more of a positive outlook layout, but design team member Emily challenged me to scrap about it's not easy being green, and it's basically to scrap about life's struggles, your personal struggles, family struggles. And I do journal about that, but I wanted it to have a positive feel, the color-wise, to the layout. So that's where the idea of the title came from. It's not always rainbows and unicorns. So I was able to do a fun color palette with that. Now I'm going to add another brad there, doing that same technique where I cut off the prongs and press it to flatten it, and then put a pop dot on it. And then as you saw just a little bit ago, I also used some of the enamel dots and shapes to also coordinate and do a tone-on-tone with the colors there at the top. And now I'm going to add my journaling. I'm going to use these labels, and I will do the rainbow again. I decided if I'm doing the rainbow theme, it needs to just continue. So what I do is I place the labels, and I mark it off with a pencil where it's going to end. And then I take all of the stickers and attach it to a large Post-it note, cut off the top of it so that I can send it through my typewriter to type my journaling. My typewriter will kind of eat it still. It can be a little funny, but I do my best that I can. And I'm going to send that through. After I type it, it's really not, you're not going to get it off very well. So I just fussy cut around that Post-it note and add glue with my Scotch ATG gun to adhere it. Erase those pencil marks, and then I go ahead and adhere that to the layout. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some more labels so that I can complete the rainbow theme. But before I do that, I didn't actually finish. It was one word, always, that I didn't quite finish because I didn't have enough labels. So I'm going to add this last blue label, continue the rainbow theme, And I'll do the same technique to be able to type on that and finish the journaling up there. Then the last two labels, the one on the top, the red little one, and I'm going to add one from the Saturday Mornings collection. Those I'm going to add stamping to with the public library stamps. And I'm just going to do a partial stamp onto them. I liked the stamp that says True Story. So I'm going to do True at the top on the red label, and then on the bottom I'm going to do Story on the dark blue label from Saturday Mornings. Then after I do this, I'm going to add some stitching to this, finish it off with any other stitching, and that will complete this layout. And I really like how it came out. It's honest layout. I didn't want to get too deep with the journaling, but it talks about struggles. It talks about things that we've gone through, just touching on those, not really going into it deep. But I like that it's documented and that it has a positive outlook. It was a fun layout to make. I really like how all the details of the colors and the stitching that I added. I added the stitching to that circle part with the title, mainly because I know those letters may not stick too well with the watercolors. And so I added stitching around that, and that completes the layout. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you stop by the October Afternoon site to see what Emily has created for the challenge. Thank you so much.